Welcome to Create It, the show where you create it and we rate it, Christmas edition.
We're your hosts. I'm Will.
And I'm Kirk. This season is going to be awesome. I can't wait for you to see all the amazing things we have in store, like singing, sweaters, cookies.
Whoa, slow down, Kirk. Before we get too far ahead of ourselves, let's introduce our contestants.
Hi, my name's James, and my favorite thing about Christmas is receiving gifts.
Hi, I'm Emma, and my favorite thing about Christmas is drinking hot cocoa with marshmallows.
Yo, my name is Terrell, and Christmas isn't Christmas without Christmas cookies and milk.
I'm Hannah, and Christmas is the best season ever because of sparkly, twinkly Christmas lights.
Wow, those contestants are pumped and ready to create. So let's get to our first challenge. Kirk, where did this door come from?
Joy to the world. That's right, creatives. This week we will be caroling, but not your normal caroling.
Definitely not your normal caroling. Today we'll be remixing some of our favorite carols in different styles. At your stations, you've been given a style that you will remix your song to, and you have 10 minutes on the clock.
Ready, set, create.
Okay, country? I wonder how I'm gonna make this song into a country song. I can't even remember the last time I listened to country music.
Me. Opera.
Okay. Joy to the world, a joy to the world.
Wow, it looks like everyone's diving in, but I can't think of anything. Well, there was a way that my grandma would sing it, but I don't think that'll work. I don't know if I can do this.
So everyone's hopping straight into it, but Emma seems to be having a hard time. I don't think she's trusting herself to do it, Kirk.
Yeah, Will, that reminds me of Proverbs 3, 5, and 6, and it says this: trust in the Lord with all of your heart. Do not depend on your own understanding. In all of your ways, obey him, and he will make your paths smooth and straight. God knows the plans he has for us. So when we trust him, he guides us down the path that is right for us.
That's great, Kirk, but sometimes it can be easier said than done to trust. Whenever I have a hard time trusting, I think of Isaiah 9:6.
A child will be born to us, a son will be given to us, and he will rule over us. He will be called Wonderful Advisor and Mighty God. He will also be called Father, who lives forever, and Prince, who brings peace. I love this verse, Will, but what does this have to do with trust?
Well, think about it, Kirk. All the people had to trust in this prophecy. Isaiah wrote this over 400 years before Jesus was born. That's a long time to have to wait for something to happen. Not to mention that during that time, God was silent. He didn't speak to the Israelites again until he began preparing a way for Jesus to be born. Can you imagine waiting 400 years for God to do something he had promised? The people had to put a lot of trust in those prophecies. You also have to remember, the people that heard these words for the first time were not the same people who were going to see the prophecy come true. This means that each generation that this prophecy was passed down to had to hold on to the same trust in the prophecy, in the translation of the prophecy, and in the God that would allow the prophecy to come true.
You know, I never thought about it that way, but that's a great point. For hundreds of years, God's people had to trust that what God had said was true, even if they didn't get to see it. And that's a great reminder for Emma. We noticed you were having a bit of a hard time with your song.
Well, I'm having a hard time figuring out how to make a Christmas carol sound country. I have a version that my grandma used to sing to us when we were little, but I'm not sure I can use it, especially since the last time I heard it, I was really little.
Well, Emma, think about how the Israelites felt when they had to wait for Isaiah's prophecies about Jesus to come true. They had to put a lot of trust in the words of Isaiah and in God's plan.
And the same is true for your song, Emma. You have to trust yourself and that God has also given you the ability to do this. All you need to do is trust him, and you might even win this round.
Thanks, guys. I'm gonna trust myself and practice this song the way that my grandma taught it to me.
I'm glad we were able to help Emma. Let's check on our contestants and see how they're doing as we get closer to the end of the round.
Okay, I'm feeling it. Joy to the world. Come on, let's celebrate.
La la la. La 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 la.
You can do this, Emma.
All right, contestants, time's up.
We can't wait to hear what you came up with.
Joy to the world, come on, let's celebrate. It's a time of the year where we appreciate. Spread love, be positive, forget to hate. Feel the Christmas vibes, oh yeah, I'm feeling great.
Joy to the world, the Lord is come. Let earth receive a King. Joy to the world, the Lord is come. Let earth receive a King. Let every heart prepare Him room, and heaven and nature sing, and heaven and nature sing, and heaven and nature sing. Joy to the world, the Lord has come. Let earth receive her King. Let every heart prepare Him room, and heaven and nature sing, and heaven and nature sing, and heaven and nature sing.
This was a close competition. You all worked so hard and did your best to come up with some creative Christmas carols.
But as you know, there can only be one winner. And the winner of today's challenge is Emma!
Wow, thank you guys so much. I'm glad I was able to learn how to trust in myself, in what my grandma taught me, and in the words that God speaks over me.
Hey, that's actually a great lesson for all of us to learn. Well, that's a wrap on today's episode of Create It, Christmas Edition.
The show where you create it and we rate it. We will see you back here next week as our contestants take on another Christmas challenge.